So I enrolled in graduate school as a graduate assistant. I taught 5 classes, went to graduate school, and started trying to start a golf program. We basically had no budget, so I was getting kids out of PE classes. And I think we played in one tournament that year, which was the state tournament that was run through the Tennessee College Women's Sports Federation.
We had hand-me-down uniforms, so I could have been wearing something that you wore.
You probably were.
Right.
Because personally, I remember that we only had one pair of shorts.
Yes.
That Lynn Parks and I had to share.
Yeah.
That we had one black pair, one blue, and one gray. And so she would get to wear the black, and then I had to wear the blue. The next day, I had to wear my own black shorts. You know.
The pleats.
They were very cute pleats.
She was good
looking. Yes. We did not wear school colors a lot either.
No, we have in the Hall of Fame building, there's a little shirt. It's the maroon trophy shirt.
It is
we
something
loved
else.
that shirt. It was so heavy in the heat.
Yes, it was great.
Why?
Yes, and we had one sweater, and you wore that in the rain.
I don't think we had
No, we had a sweater.
What?
Yeah, it was big time. Because
That
we
was
were
before
in the
me.
early days, and so they thought, well, let's get them a sweater. And we didn't get to keep any clothes.
No, you had to.
You turned them back in. You washed them and turned them back in.
The chain link.
Yes.
It was in the field house.
So yes, quite a bit has changed with the Nike account, and our budgets have changed a little bit.
They get all kinds of fun stuff. Well, we get it fun stuff too.
Yes. Well, I don't anymore, but
you sure don't. Well. You knew somebody.
I wish I did know somebody who was still on staff.
I know.
That I treated well and nicely and that still respected me. But
I know. Few and far between around here.
Yeah.
The first couple of years, we basically didn't have a whole lot at all. But I had gone to different golf courses in the city and talked to the golf pros, and they gave us access to their golf courses. And then I formed a booster club. Fortunately, I'd played some competitive golf in the city of Memphis and knew some women, and we formed a booster club, and they started giving us money to do some things that we needed to do, and they ran a golf tournament and funded the program for a while. When I sat down and put that booster club together, I looked around the table, and I had an LSU graduate, I had an Ole Miss graduate, and I had a Tennessee graduate, and I thought, ooh, this doesn't happen very often. The golf in the city of Memphis is a small community, and they were really excited to have a women's golf program, and were very anxious to get behind it. And we put together a board of people, one individual at each one of the clubs in the city, and from there it took off. But I can remember a lot of really long trips, and I was the only one that would drive. We'd drive to Florida State, which was, 11 hours. We drove 14 hours to North Carolina. But at the time, we didn't have money to fly. And once my booster club figured that out, they started buying us tickets to go where we needed to go. We were one of the few teams that really flew at that time, and it was all because of that booster club that was put together and the support that they gave us.
Lynn Parks is just a staple.
Yes.
She really is.
And she will always support the program. And the girls, a lot of times they don't know history. And so I think one of the neat things is that both Jennifer and I played here at the university, and we're able to get them to understand some of the history and to appreciate who Lynn is and what she's done and how she's still around and supporting us, supporting the program, supporting the university.
Yeah, she's just a wonderful human.
But it's a fabulous thing that, I played for Lynn, and she is one of my closest friends. And I know that Jennifer considers her a very close friend.
Mentor. Mean, she's just there's not enough good words to describe Lynn Parks.
Yes.
Because you know what kind of individuals are taking over their program. And you always have a real deep affinity and a real heart for the program because you invested so much in it in the early days. And, to have this golf facility that we have today, I've told Beth, I said, I would have been a much better golf coach if we'd had this when you were playing.
Title IX. I mean, without it, I don't think we'd have women's golf here at the University of Memphis. I don't think
you wouldn't have it at a lot of universities.
You wouldn't have it at half the universities.
Well, I just think Olympic sports in general would, on that side, just, I mean, nothing would have changed. So you're looking for the change, right? Change is what everybody needs. Like it or not, I mean, you have to do it in order to evolve. You have to do it to have the growth of the game, the growth of the sport, whatever sport it may be. So without that, you would have the little girls in the front yard playing soccer. They wouldn't have a team to play on anymore, right? Or tennis in the backyard of your grandfather's. They don't have that. They don't get to come and have the student athlete experience and have the teams and meet other people that are the same as they are.
Yes.
So I just think it's been amazing in the 50 years. I couldn't even fathom it not coming into fruition. Really, I mean, it was. I don't even want to think about it, to be honest.
There was an LPGA that was formed back in the late 40s, I think, something along that line. And those women were the real trailblazers. There was not much money in the LPGA at the time. They did a lot of exhibitions, and they traveled by car. And I think people began to see the value of that. And as sponsorships increased through the years, that just helped fuel the excitement for junior players. And it gave them a goal of something that they would like to be a part of beyond college. But that college piece had to come first. And it really gave young people an opportunity to develop their games, to play competitively, and it made all the difference in the world. It was all about opportunity.
Oh yes, I was at a scholarship at the University of Alabama for volleyball, and because of Title IX, I got a call in June before my freshman year saying they had canceled their volleyball program. I go, what? What do I do? And they said, well, we'll honor your scholarship. You can come be a regular student for a year. I don't know who is a regular student, but I did not want to be that person. So I, had to play a sport. So I called Diane Hale and Sandy Garner, who were good friends, and they had junior Olympic volleyball and club volleyball and everything. They had been my coaches. And I told them what happened, and they said, yeah, we were wondering if you were going to call us. They had heard the day before. And they said, Beth, we'd love to have you come on. And so I played volleyball here my freshman year, and I literally had played so much volleyball, and I was one of those that, you hear about all the athletes getting burned out early, and I was one of those. So I was very blessed that Lynn Parks, who was the golf coach at that time here at the University of Memphis, she had room with my high school volleyball coach. So she had seen me play sports, and so I went to her and she gave me a goal of what I needed to shoot, what I needed to do, and so I said okay, and I practiced 11 to 13 hours a day for about 4 months, and I was able to accomplish that goal, and I walked on, and by the time I graduated, I was low scoring average and captain, and so golf set me on a whole different path, and I was very thankful for that opportunity the University of Memphis gave me. I started in 2008, and I think it was 2009 or 10. We did a the reunion for all female sports and coaches. And as far as the women, we never got letters back in the day. And so they gave us each an M, a letter that was framed. That went so far with so many
Mine's
of us.
in the office.
Yes.
Yours was in the office.
Yes, mine was in the office.
We were all there. My team was there. Your team was there.
Yeah, we had a few, and one of the things she did for the coaches, and she made sure that each one of the coaches got it, and it's a bracelet, and I wear it a good bit, and it just has the calling written on the inside. Because really coaching is a calling. And I think Lynn, when she interviewed people and she went to hire individuals, she always made sure they had that calling.
Yeah.
And, for me, I learned a lot from Lynn, and one of the things is what to look for when I hired assistant coaches or when I decided to leave, because really when I left, I knew, Jennifer and I both were well aware for the last year that I was going to leave. And I knew that Jennifer's who I wanted to replace me. And I think that Lynn had taught me a lot in what to look for and how to help bring somebody along, because over the last year and a half, I'd given Jennifer so much more responsibility. And she's definitely the one to handle this position and to move forward and take the Tigers to a whole new level.
I'm a hopeful individual just by nature, I think, but I truly believe in everything that these girls have to offer, and they're here to play and they're here to win, and they want to, and it's an amazing feeling to sit there and watch and see them be the independent ladies that they are. They're just a wonderful group. And I feel that if I can continue to mold that same group or help mold, and you recruit the ones that are like the others, it makes you want to think that the possibilities are just endless, really.
Oh, I think it can just get better and better. The thing that really has changed a lot about women's golf is the development of the junior programs, that kids are coming to school now. And I use the term kids as a term of endearment, frankly. But they come much more prepared for what they're getting ready to face.
And I will continue to say it. I mean, I do think that they are quite special, and I think that it's the beginning. I really do.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.